Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again with another video. Before I proceed, I just want to tell you guys that I saw all the hateful, all the nasty comments you dropped on my previous video. Yes, I saw all the personal insults and online bullying you gave to me. And for what? Simply because I was not afraid to tell the truth, because I was not afraid to call out evil, irrespective of the skin color of the person perpetrating it. Most of you are just trying to shut me up, which baffles me because I never thought that any human being would love to uplift evil, which is exactly what some of you are trying to achieve with those hateful comments. But anyway, that doesn't bother me, because as far as I'm concerned, I will keep calling out evil, and I will keep saying that no matter what happens, I will say the truth, no matter whose ox is gorged. So moving forward, I want to warn you to brace yourself. Go and get yourself a cutlass or a stone or any weapon of your choice and be ready for me, because I guarantee you that at the end of this video, you might be triggered enough to want to hit me with those things. But no matter what you do though, don't beat me too hard, because I still want to be alive to keep battling evil. So that being said, let's dive into the video. My name is Muddy and you're welcome to Muddy Speaks. You guys know how we roll. Subscribe to this channel, like this video and share it, because it might help somebody out there to make the right decision when the time comes.
Mr. Speaker, Walgreens is planning to close yet another pharmacy in the Massachusetts 7th, this time on Warren Street in Roxbury, a community that is 85% Black and Latino. This closure is a part of a larger trend of abandoning low-income communities like the previous closures in Mattapan and Hyde Park, both in the Massachusetts 7th. When a Walgreens leaves a neighborhood, they disrupt the entire community, and they take with them baby formula, diapers, asthma inhalers, life-saving medications, and of course, jobs. These closures are not arbitrary and they are not innocent. They are life-threatening acts of racial and economic discrimination. That is why I joined with Senator Markey and Warren to demand answers from Walgreens CEO. Why was there no community input, no adequate notice to customers, and no transition resources to prevent gaps in healthcare? Shame on you, Walgreens. Having a website with talking points about health equity and underserved communities is not enough. Walgreens is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that needs to put their money where their mouth is and stop divesting from Black and brown communities.
It is said that evil prevails because good men do nothing. So this, my friend, is what you get when you protect evil simply because you share the same skin color with the perpetrators committing the evil. You will definitely bear the consequences. Now, Walgreens is closing down their supermarkets in so many Black neighborhoods. Mind you, Walgreens is not the only company closing down in predominantly Black neighborhoods. You have CVS, Target, Walmart, Lululemon, all shutting down their business in Black neighborhoods and packing up and leaving. But no one cares as to why they are leaving. Instead, everyone is more concerned on how racist these stores are for leaving. In fact, it is a huge
life-threatening acts of racial and economic discrimination
that these companies are packing up and leaving. Honestly, America is almost unrecognizable today. It is slowly turning into a wasteland. You know, America used to be the ideal, the one country that everyone wants to visit. But that was then, when America had strict laws and seriously adhered to those strict laws. I can remember some years back when I was about 9 or 10 years old, when we used to hear stories of Africans being deported from America because they were illegal immigrants or because they committed offenses like harassing a police officer or doing drugs. But today, those things don't happen anymore because America has gone soft on its laws, and America doesn't want to be seen as a racist country. So as long as you're Black, you can commit crimes with little or no repercussions at all. Make no mistake, adhering and sticking to strict laws is very advantageous to a country. It will eradicate crimes and chaos and will foster orderliness and respect in that country. Unfortunately, this is not the case for America right now, as it has loosened its laws and has given way to degeneracy and entitlement. Take a look.
So for all you people who want to complain and call businesses discriminatory when they leave areas that Black people are in, you should have even more energy for calling out these individuals who are stealing from these businesses. But the majority of you will be quiet. There are a bunch of leaders who look like me that claim that they advocate for the people that look like me but will not hold us accountable for anything. They continually work to enable this terrible behavior that works to all of our detriment. Many of the leaders that look like me are a joke. Here's why I say that. They are going to be quiet when they see people that look like them doing stuff like this. They're not going to say anything. They're going to let that business get robbed blind. But the moment that business says, you know what, we've had enough, we're out of here, now they're going to come out in droves and start crying racism and saying it's racist and discriminatory that they're leaving. You can't do this to our community. You're being discriminatory towards us. No, they're not. They're tired of getting robbed blind. We need to be willing to hold our own people accountable and also set incentive structures that are going to be beneficial for everybody. We need to be better and stop voting for people who do not want to hold criminals accountable.
Oakland's only Denny's restaurant has closed because of safety concerns. The restaurant on Hagenberger Road near the Oakland airport had been at this location for over 50 years. The company says it was not an easy decision, but the safety of Denny's employees and customers is its top priority.
Another business leaving the area. This man stole so many phones that he can barely even walk. You know, if someone feels this comfortable to go do this in broad daylight, there is a problem with our society. There need to be serious consequences for this. There needs to be people there willing, able, and wanting to stop them. But you know, karma is, it's very interesting. What this person doesn't know is that Apple's gonna shut down all those phones. They have security protocols on the demos, so those phones are gonna turn into bricks. So he just did all that for nothing. Ignorance. But here's my other thing. For all of you who want to get mad at businesses for leaving areas where there's a ton of crime, especially a lot of Black people and Black politicians, have that same energy and call the individuals who are stealing like this, call them out. If there are a ton of Black people committing crime and stealing in areas, call your own people out.
You put that back. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I got you, the police on their way.
So obviously there is a reason why businesses are leaving Black neighborhoods, and we know why. Allow me to say this though. Businesses have the right to leave any location they feel is not favoring their market. There shouldn't be an argument about that. But these businesses are not leaving these neighborhoods because they just feel like it. No, there is a solid reason for their exodus. One of which is because of the brazen theft that has been happening in these stores. This is not even shoplifting or sneakily stealing stuff. This is so brazen, so much so that even shoplifting looks dignified, because people that shoplift items from stores kind of do it with utmost secrecy and discreetness. This is because even though these people are evil, they still know that what they are doing is wrong. That is why they have to hide what they are doing from people's eyes. But these Black people who are stealing from these stores in their own neighborhoods are almost proud of their actions. They commit these crimes like they have a right to do it, like they are being owed something, like they confidently execute these thefts with boldness and audacity without an ounce of fear in them. But the sad truth about this whole escapade is that they are bringing doom on themselves because they are running their neighborhoods to the ground. The owners of Walmart and CVS, Walgreens, etc. all started their business because they wanted to render services to people and make money in return. But instead of making money or profit, what these stores are experiencing is continuous theft and robbery, which keeps happening over and over and over again. What they keep experiencing is vandalization of properties and goods, and to make matters worse, these criminals who commit these crimes are never dealt with by the law. They are allowed to roam free and enjoy the fruits that they never labored for.
It's funny how we lock up items on the shelves, but not the criminals who steal them.
This is also what I keep asking. Instead of putting these criminals behind bars and setting a good record for society, the government is blaming these stores like Walgreens, and people like this woman is saying stuff like this. Some black politicians are trying to convince the public that Walgreens should have at least protected their products by locking these products up. Black politicians are making the excuses that these black criminals are stealing out of desperation and survival. They steal because they are too hungry. But when you check some of these videos, you will see that most of the items that are being stolen are not even for consumption at all. These criminals are stealing bags and hair and clothes and cell phones. Even if they are hungry, why can't they get an honest job and earn a living? These thieves are young, able-bodied, and sound. What is stopping them from hustling like everyone else? Entitlement is a disease. I cry for some black people. I haven't seen a handful of black people condemning these atrocities. All this is happening, but some black people have gone blind. Most of them are like, oh my God. But the moment these stores try to save themselves by relocating to better neighborhoods, black people suddenly turn around and start shouting, racism, economic discrimination. Hey, black people, come closer. Don't you know that when you engage in criminal acts like this, or when you refuse to speak up against criminal acts like this, you are destroying your neighborhoods? Because when these businesses keep experiencing loss upon loss, they will eventually leave. And when they leave, they have taken massive employment with them. You are left with no access to basic products and services. You are left with underdevelopment. You are left with economic depreciation. And most importantly, you have created or reinforced a very negative stereotype on your race. So you guys should not be annoyed when this stereotype stays for another 50 years. I don't see this happening in Asian communities or white communities. Why always black people? Most of you in the comment sections will be quick to call me names because I'm pointing out a rot that has taken over the black community. But you guys will never say a word about how detrimental these crimes are to the black community. At the end of the day, I will still say what needs to be said, no matter what. I strongly believe that a word is enough for the wise. This video so far has been the most shameful and the most degrading video I have made since I started making YouTube videos. Mainly because I feel ashamed of these crimes because they are being committed by black people, which is people like me. But irrespective of everything, I still made this video because I had the hope that it might be a voice of reasoning to someone out there. So if my video was able to stop one black person from engaging in this kind of mess, then I have achieved a lot and I will be the happiest person on earth. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. It is totally free and it will encourage me to keep making more videos. And before I forget, just before you go, remember that I do not know much. I just